Hey everybody, my name is Dee. Welcome to my channel. I just finished giving this TV stand a full makeover and I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys how you can make over $500 every month by refurbishing furniture just like this. It is quick, it's easy, it doesn't require a lot of labor, it doesn't require a ton of materials. Let's get started. I remember when I was a little girl, probably 8 or 9 years old, and my granny and I would spend our weekends walking through the ditches and picking up plastic and aluminum bottles that we would find on the side of the road. And it took months of collecting these bottles and taking them to the bottle depot to exchange them for money. But eventually I was able to come up with enough money that I could buy my first piece of furniture to refurbish, and all of the paint that I needed for that project, as well as the new knobs that I wanted to put on that dresser as well. I remember I wanted pink paint, I wanted blue paint, I wanted yellow paint, all the different paints. And it's just so funny because who would have thought that almost 2 decades later, I'd still be doing almost the exact same thing, except I'm making a lot more money doing it now than when I was 9. Whether you're looking to invest in something, buy your first property, pay down some debt, maybe you're preparing because tax season is coming, or if you're just saving all of your coins right now so that whenever this pandemic is over, you are off traveling, this is a great side hustle option and it could easily become somebody's full-time job. I'm going to go through 3 very quick flips that I did over a month period just in my spare time and show you guys how I was able to make just over $700 from doing those flips. I'll let you guys know what I paid for the piece, what materials went into the project, how long each project took, and then what I sold that piece for in the end. After that, I do have a couple of really great tips to help you get started and find your first piece. Okay, here we go. First piece, I named this one Bluey. So I got Bluey for free on Facebook Marketplace. It needed a lot of love. You guys will see that I painted all the handles and the knobs. I sanded the whole top of the dresser, and then I just painted the box. This is it, the top all sanded down. I absolutely love the wood top on this. I thought it was so pretty. Here's my son Mason being a big goofball, love him. You can also see that I started painting the frame here. So I used a coastal blue paint by Chalk Paint. I brought the drawers inside so that I could paint them. You can see the handles there. I painted them a lovely champagne gold. It looked super pretty. Once I treated the wood top, this is what it turned out like. Oh my gosh, it looked so beautiful. The product that I used really brought out the wood grain. And here are the photos that I took from Marketplace, so you can see the whole dresser together. The girl that came and picked it up absolutely loved it, and I'm so happy that she did because I thought it was super pretty as well. And here's the numbers. So I got this dresser back on October 10th. I bought it for $0. I put about $13 into the materials. I already had the spray paint. I already had the product I used for the wood top to seal it. I only had to buy that blue coastal paint, and I just needed a small jar of it. In total, it took about 6 hours of labor, and then I sold the dresser the very next day after listing for $200. So overall profit for this one, I made $187. Here we go, number 2. I'm gonna call this girl Betty. No purpose to the name, I just like that name for it. So actually, funny story, my boyfriend surprised me with this one on a Sunday morning and he bought it for $20. So he let me sleep in that morning, and then when I woke up he told me to look in the carport and I had this beauty waiting for me and I could not wait to get started. Very good condition as it was, it just needed some lovin'. Here's what it looked like after. So I used chalk paint again. I used a gray color and I sanded just those couple of drawer fronts at the top. I also put new drawer liners in each drawer, and honestly it takes like 20 minutes to do this, and it just helps sell your piece that much faster because everybody loves cute drawer liners. I also used that champagne gold again to paint the knobs for this one like I did for that first one. Here's a close-up of the drawer liners. And here are the numbers. So this one was on November 5th. It was bought for $20, and again, only about $13 in materials. I only needed to buy paint again, and it was just one of those small jars. It took me about 5 hours to do this project, and I sold it very quickly. I think it was like 2 or 3 days after for $160. So if you deduct all of my costs into it, we come out with a profit of $127. And last but not least, I wanted to show you guys something that wasn't a dresser. So this one I call Couch Me Outside because I'm a millennial and I think that's hilarious. So we actually got this couch for free, and these are the photos that we got from the listing. It was very, very sun damaged, very stained. It needed like 3 cleanings. We had to wash it, so very, very gross and needed some loving. But we got it for free, so we picked it up right away. We brought it home. We ordered this all-purpose dye off of Amazon. We needed just over 1 bottle for the entire sectional. And we did about 2 or 3 coats of this all-purpose dye, washing the couch in between each coat. It worked very well. And then here is the couch after. So we moved it inside to stage for photos and test it out, make sure that the dye wasn't gonna leak through, which it didn't. Here are the photos that we put on the marketplace listing. Honestly, it was like a night and day difference. That dye did a great job of getting rid of almost all of the stains. We were super honest in the listing to say that there were still a couple of stains showing through, but overall we were super happy with the end product and thought it looked awesome. And I already renamed this couch. I'm now calling it Sunny. So we bought Sunny for $0 in materials. We spent about $30. So just on that all-purpose dye that we used, we were able to borrow one of those Green Machine cleaners from a friend, which was great. And labor between my boyfriend and myself, we spent about 8 hours cleaning this couch, using the dye for it, all of that good stuff. And then we were able to sell it for $420. So if you deduct our expenses into the couch, we made $390 on this flip. And now the grand total. So if you add all of our profits up, we made $704 for 19 hours of work, which equals about $37 an hour. Thanks for sticking around for that. Now I want to jump into those tips and suggestions. I wanted to share things to help you get started and to successfully find your first piece. Number 1, what is easy for you to pick up and for you to transport? So if you drive a smart car, that is great, super fuel efficient, I love it. But if you're looking at refurbishing a 6-foot tall, 300-pound hutch, it might not fit in the smart car. You might need to borrow a truck from somebody, and you may also need a second set of hands to carry that product. You also want to make sure that your piece is going to fit in your home. I know for us, we're in a pretty small space. Sometimes when I have a bunch of projects in here, it gets pretty cramped, and we don't mind it, but I do know that some people don't like mess, they don't like chaos. So definitely just be mindful of that for yourself as well as the people that you're living with. What is easy for you to pick up and transport is also going to be easy for your customer to pick up and transport as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Not everybody has a truck or has a truck accessible to them. If you do have a truck, that's awesome. See if you can offer free delivery or delivery at an extra cost. That will help open up your client roster just a little bit more and could help you find a buyer more quickly. Keep your eye out and pay attention to what's in season. So come spring and summertime, patio furniture is everywhere. People are constantly buying and selling it. Sometimes you can find a really great deal in the springtime. Somebody accidentally left their patio furniture outside and it's been collecting snow and it's weather damaged now, so they're giving it away for free because they want to go and buy something brand new. So that is a perfect opportunity for a flip, because if you can go pick up that furniture, you can clean it up nice, you can stage it for nice photos and sell it, you could do pretty well. Setting up alerts. So Facebook Marketplace is great in that you can go into the app and you can set up an alert for exactly what you're looking for. And why this is important is because sometimes you just need to be the first person to message and the first person there to pick it up. If somebody is giving away something for free, typically they want someone to show up an hour ago to pick this item up. So unless you're on Facebook Marketplace all day, constantly hitting refresh, chances are you're going to miss something. I suggest setting up those alerts. Put in an alert for free dresser so that you get a notification every time something like that pops up. I just mentioned that being the first person in line, the first person there is super important, but based on my experience, sending a personalized message to a seller is equally, if not more important than that. I've been able to get my hands on a few really great pieces just by sending them a personalized message. I say, hey, and I address them by their first name. I'm really interested in your piece. I can come grab it right now. The truck is running. I'm ready to go. Or if they're charging money for it and I know it's a great deal, I'll ask them for their email address right in that first initial message to say, hey, what is your email address? I will e-transfer you right now and I'll be able to come pick up that piece shortly. Definitely try and be that first person in line, first come, first serve basis, but don't discount how far a personalized message goes. Before you jump on a free or a really cheap item, make sure you know what you're able to sell that item for once it's refurbished. Doing a comparison of your product is very important so that you know A, what your competition is, and B, what you're going to be able to list your product for once it is finished. If you're looking at a free dresser, just do a quick search through the rest of Marketplace to see what refurbished dressers are selling for in your area as well, and make sure to list your price accordingly so that you sell it fast and you sell it for what it's worth. Listing your items. So once you are finished refurbishing your piece of furniture and you absolutely love it, the icing on the cake is a really well taken photo and a really, really good listing. So you want to make sure that you are taking honest photos, putting an honest description in there, that you're including the dimensions, that the lighting is good for your photos. Staging is super important as well. People want to see what that item is going to look like in their home, but you don't want to have every photo be staged. Unless those items actually come with the piece that you're selling, it can just be a little bit annoying to see them in every single photo. So stage, of course, your first photo, have those pretty items in there, but any photo after that, just yank them right out. You want to make sure that you're messaging your clients politely and that you're giving them answers to the questions that they're asking and that you're making yourself available. Honestly, I have so many tips when it comes to listing your products on Marketplace, so if you guys have any questions about that, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to answer them. Next week, I'm going to show you guys how I transformed this TV stand into this TV stand. I'm going to talk about how much I paid for it, what materials went into it, what I listed it for, and what it ended up selling for as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing that process, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you stuck around this long, oh my gosh, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it so much, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye! You did a good job. You did a good job. Everybody loves you.